Welcome to Chef Roary's Restaurant Showcase. I'm Executive Chef Roary Macpherson. Well, we've gone international. Hi, and welcome to Chef Roary's International Restaurant Showcase. I'm Executive Chef Roary Macpherson. Newfoundland meets Trinidad? What's going to happen? It's going to be interesting to see what the guys think of this lovely weather we're having. Today we're going to find out when we meet up with Jason Peru here at the Sheraton, and we're going to see what a true Newfoundland Trinidad experience is going to be all about.
Hi, it's Chef Jason Peru. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, and I took the journey all the way to Newfoundland. Here I am. -11 temperature, something I've never experienced before. Yes, I look good right now in the chef's suit, but believe me, yesterday when I arrived here, I was in 2 or 3 different layers of padding, sweater upon sweater. And you know what? I was coming out of the airport and people were looking at me like, who is this guy? What's up with him? Is this like Cool Runnings? And I was like, no, I've just never been in this coldness before. So it was a great experience nevertheless. When I looked out at that airplane and I saw the wind, the snow blowing, I was like, what did I get myself into? And then I realized, you know what? Travel brings new experiences, and of course, new experiences as a chef brings new food. And here I'm at the Sheraton Hotel with my good friend Chef Roary for Chef Roary's International Restaurant Showcase. And we're going to be having great fun today. He's going to be inviting me into his kitchen. And we're going to be fusing 2 of our ideas together in terms of executing a great dish based upon some of the Newfoundland dishes that they do here, but bringing a little bit of my influence into it. That is the Caribbean influence. Let's see how it goes.
Getting ready for Jason's arrival. The rest of the chefs are coming in as well. I wonder what they're going to say when they hit this frozen rock. We just finished a snowstorm, so it's going to be interesting to see how they handle the cold weather. Today we're going to be doing is a take on a Newfoundland tradition, which is a surf and turf. We're going to add some Trinidadian components. I'm going to see what Jason wants to add to the mix. It should be great. I mean, the flavors and stuff should mix very well. I'm going to be incorporating some plantains, and plantains are like the male version of banana, but they're a lot more starchy and not as sweet. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays into our traditional bubble and squeak, which will be going on our plate. Jason's a very talented chef. Again, I can't wait to see what he has to think about our cuisine and what we do here. So yeah, let's go in and see what's going to happen. So, Jason, here we are in the kitchen at the Sheraton Hotel Newfoundland. Welcome.
Well, thank you, Chef Roary. I'm actually in your environment now.
Speaking of that, why don't you tell us about your first impressions of our environment when you got off the plane?
Well, Chef, I came in last night and I had not an aisle seat, but actually a window seat. It was torture because when I looked outside, I see just wind and snow blowing. I said, what am I doing here, man? But I said, you know what? Chef Roary was great enough to come down to Trinidad and Tobago and make sure I have to come here and see what's going on in the great Newfoundland, man.
Chef Jason, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hand you the Newfoundland ingredients, and then we're going to go over some of the Trinidadian ingredients that we're going to add to this to give it that Newfoundland and Trinidad fusion.
By all means, let's do this.
So, here we have is some, I'm going to hand Chef Jason some turnip, in Newfoundland we call, but which is actually is rutabaga. Because as Chef Jason, as you know, turnip is actually white. Yes. Rutabaga is yellow. But that's what we use here in Newfoundland Labrador.
Just goes into the pot?
Yeah, just dump it in the pot. And we're going to put in some carrot.
So you're getting your vegetables and roots inside here,
absolutely. I always like to add an onion. For myself, you just want to take it and just chop that.
Chop it up really quickly.
A little bit. That'd be great. And again, for me, the onion just adds more flavor. It gives it a bit more kick. Because normally the bubble and squeak in Newfoundland is made with your leftover Jig's dinner veg, which is cooked with salt meat. And we're going to add in some cabbage.
I was actually going to be asking that, so it's just something you could use as just byproduct.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Should I cut this up too, Chef?
Yeah, give that a little rough chop. Because again, where it's going to boil, and you're going to puree it, so it's going to be really smooth anyway. Okay. Chef Jason, so what this is salted pork fat, and we dice it up. And with Newfoundland, then we fry it off, and we cook it down until it's really, really crispy. And when it scrunches, i.e. scrunchions. So we serve that over fish generally.
So much similar to chicharrones.
Yes, absolutely.
There you go. Well,
so dump those in there.
Anything with pork fat, I'm in.
Absolutely perfect. Now, we're taking the twist to Trinidad with some different ingredients. Going to add that Trinidadian kick to it. We're going to add in some fresh ginger.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Should I chop this up for you, Chef?
Just rough chop, yes, sir. And so we're going to add some ginger, some garlic. Coconut. Here I've got some shredded sweetened coconut. You could use fresh coconut that you can buy at any grocery store, but it's going to add a nice sweetness to it. And then after Chef Jason gets that chopped up, we're going to add a great fruit, which isn't totally unutilized here in Newfoundland, plantain. Not a banana. People think it is, but it's not a banana. Chef Jason, is it a member of the banana family?
Yes, it is. Actually, in Trinidad and Tobago, the green plantain, we tend to term that the banana itself is the female, and the plantain is the male.
Okay.
It's a little harder, and as it matures, it gets sweeter, as you should know.
Yeah.
We eat it green as well as when it gets really sweet and yellow. And plantain is definitely one of those quintessential ingredients that you find in the Caribbean, especially in Trinidad and Tobago.
Excellent. So again, that's going to add another different flavor profile to this bubble and squeak, and you know, it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to try it.
So I'm just chopping up this garlic here for you, right, Chef?
Absolutely.
There you go.
And also, another little Newfoundland twist we're going to add to this to really bring in that jigs gingerish to the bubble and squeak, Mount Sile Savory. And Chef Jason, Mount Sile Savory is a very hardy herb, as you know. Here in Newfoundland, it grows perfectly. So it's what we use generally whenever we have chicken or turkey. A lot of people will use savory. In the rest of Canada, a lot of people would use sage when they cook poultry. In Newfoundland, savory is king. So we'll just add a pinch of that in there.
I've been hearing about that.
Again, very robust flavor. Fantastic. So again, myself and Chef Jason now, we're almost ready with the bubble and squeak puree with the plantains, the coconut. So just hand it over to me there, Chef, now. That's pretty much everything in there. We got the Mount Sile Savory.
So you have hot water.
Hot water, okay.
So this is going to be a little bit of element of sweetness into it.
Absolutely.
You know, I wouldn't have thought about that, but I guess that's your integration of bringing a little bit of the Caribbean flavor inside there.
Bingo, bingo.
That's great.
So we'll put that in there. Again, you just set it, forget it. So, as you can see, now I did add a little touch of cream to that, so I wanted to use it to turn it into more like a coconut milk.
Right.
Right?
Oh my gosh, and it smells so good. Chef, how long does it actually took? Maybe like about over an hour?
This will take about an hour on low simmer, because again, you don't want it to boil over or whatnot. So, again, great color in there.
Great color, man. I can see the plantain definitely added some great color inside there.
So we'll just take this out. Now we'll go to our Vitamix. So if you have one of these blenders, Chef Jason, I'm sure you do as well.
This is the best on the market.
Absolutely.
It's amazing to get those beautiful purees or anything of that nature. Texture-wise, this is it. Chef, if you need to add any additional moisture, could you add stock inside of this?
Absolutely you can, without a doubt.
Wow.
Okay, just add a little bit of liquid. We don't want too much, we want our puree to be nice and thick. Make sure when you turn it on, it's on low, not on high.
Yeah, otherwise it's
and turn down the speed, give it a click, and you can hear that motor. Okay, so now we'll just let that sit, and we're gonna get a nice crust on one side. Then we're gonna flip it over, do the same thing again, and then we're just gonna finish that off quickly in the oven. Want to get it a nice rare. Okay, so we're nice and hot here now, so I'm just gonna put my, again, you need to hear that sizzle.
And you get that nice sear, that nice brown. I guess the brown exterior is all about the attraction on the plate.
Absolutely, yeah. Now my lobster, I've got that sort of par cooked, so that's not going in yet. That's gonna be, we're gonna hold off on that. And Chef Jason, I'll get you put in a bit more butter now with this as well.
By all means, sir. little more?
Yeah, sure. Never have too much butter, never. Okay.
Oh, look at this, beautiful.
Beautiful. So we'll just haul that to the side here like so. Now, we got all of our components going here. Now we'll go to the plating.
Let's do it.
So, we are ready to plate.
Let's do this.
Got all of our components. This puree I'm very happy with, the Bubble Squeak with the Trinidad twist. What can we add to that, Chef Jason, that's really going to give it an extra kick?
I think definitely a little bit of peppery pick our habanero pepper sauce. We are home to the Trinidadian scorpion pepper, the #1 and the hottest pepper in the world. This is the 3rd hottest. So I think we're going to start you off a little bit because we know you have a history with peppers, Chef Roary.
Yes, I have a Trinidadian pepper history. When we went to the, what was the name of that food marketplace
We went to Penal Bay.
Penal Bay, and it was an eggplant.
Yeah, it was a bagani.
Bagani.
And then Sahina and doubles. Woo! And Chef Roary wanted peppers on everything. He's like, give it to me, man. Give it to me. I'm a big boy. Oh, really? Watch the footage, you'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so add a little bit to that.
Now this goes a little bit goes a long way. So I'm just going to probably put in a half teaspoon inside there.
Okay.
And I think we have that integration inside there. There we go.
Okay, perfect. Now we're going to plate. All right, so let's get, take a little bit of my puree now. I'm just going to put it right, a big dollop right in the center. Then I'm going to tilt the plate a bit and smash it, okay? Just like that. Give it a little bit of a wipe on the edge. Okay, next we're going to lay down is some of our buttered kale leaves.
Nice. Oh, that's brilliant color already, Chef.
Okay, and Chef Jason, if you can go over and get the beef.
Oh, sure.
And we'll get the string cut off of that. All right, so we got the kale, and I've got this beautiful beef cheek ragu, which is just going to give us more of a sauce element for our steak. Okay, so I'll put a little bit on top of there. You don't want to go too heavy with it, but it is going to add such a blast of flavor. Fantastic.
There you go, Chef.
So we've got our steak. I'm going to take it out, and we're just going to, there we go. And we're just going to cut it.
On the bias?
On the bias here. I'm just going to cut into 3 equal.
Oh, man. Perfectly cooked, right? Oh, look at that little red. It's just peeking at you and saying, Chef Roary, I match your shirt. Eat me up.
Okay, so we got our beef down there. Next, we're going to add seafood.
So you got these scallops coming inside there.
Yep. Some chunks of lobster.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and then we're going to put down some potato. Because again, Newfoundlanders, we love our potato. Okay. So Chef Jason, do you want to start putting some different colors in there?
I think I already see what's going on inside here. This is an ingredient that I love back in Trinidad and Tobago. It's cilantro. I'm making cilantro oil. I just want to bring some pungency into the dish.
Okay.
So just bring a little bit of jazz into the plate, especially on the yellow. I see, is this?
That's a tomato, spiced tomato oil.
Nice tomato oil, so a little bit of red. I think this will show up also on the white and the yellow, so I'm just going to just dot. There we go.
Okay, I'm going to add in some, I got some candied carrot puree here.
And then just going to accent in the corner of the scallops with a little bit of pickled, these purple onions.
Okay.
Just like that. This dish is coming together really nice, Chef. Can't wait to try this.
Okay, we'll add in some color as well, some more.
These are bell peppers?
These are just some roasted bell pepper. This is my homemade parchberry powder. If you're more familiar with them, called lingonberries. So basically, dehydrated lingonberries, parchberries. Put them through the Vitamix. Put them through a sieve. Put them through the Vitamix again to get this beautiful fine powder. So we'll just give it a little. There you have it.
Good to go, Chef. Amazing.
Trinidad, Newfoundland. Marriage made in heaven. So here we are with our lovely plated dish. Again, Trinidad meets Newfoundland surf and turf. I think it looks beautiful. What's your thoughts?
I think it's mesmeric, it's beautiful. And more than that, it's amazing. I think I just want to, anyone looking at it is a visually arresting dish. Anyone could be lured into this. Its colors are there, it's pinpoint. And the thing about the Caribbean is that we love colors.
Yeah.
So I think you definitely brought it on that plate.
On the show, not very often do I pick up a knife and cook. So this is my one time that I get to do it. So thanks for letting me do that.
Thanks for coming here and we can do this together.
Right. So, like we do in most of our shows, we're going to talk a little bit about beverage. Just talk about it today. So for me, and tell me what your thoughts are on this. People will say, you know, you have to drink this with that. I'm more of, I drink what I like. I don't really follow any rules.
I agree totally with you.
As such.
Being it, I think it's a Riesling you have here.
Yeah.
People would say, well, Riesling pairs very well with like seafood, but I see that you have beef here.
Yeah.
There's no immediate rule that says you can't have a good Riesling with a good piece of beef. It's
Absolutely.
whatever you like, chef.
That's correct.
That brings
That's
it
correct.
in. Yeah.
So this one here, Kung Fu Girl out of California. Again, trust me, I'm no wine guru by any stretch. I'm more of a beer person.
Yeah.
But this one I do like. It goes. I think it goes great with everything. So if you go to our liquor store here in Newfoundland, Labrador, you can get it. I'm not sure about the availability down in Trinidad, but it is a fantastic wine. So
By all
give
means.
that a try.
All right. So
let's give this a taste and see what you think.
Let's dig into it, chef.
Okay. So I can't wait to try the puree now with the addition of the habanero pepper sauce.
I know. This is the true test right here. Let me try the scallops. So, perfectly cooked, as you
Wow.
can see. And that beautiful puree.
You can really pick out the plantain and the habanero with the bubble and sweet puree. Absolutely beautiful.
Amazing.
Absolutely
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh. That's good. And that, is the oil that you made? The red oil that goes
That's a
with it.
spiced tomato oil.
It just brings a lot of vibrancy into it. I love it.
Let's give the beef a try here.
Oh yeah, you don't have to ask me twice. Beautifully cooked. I think a lot of people sometimes overcook beef. And what Chef spoke about earlier on in terms of letting your meat rest is very, very important.
Chef, thanks for your time and thanks for your skill. Again, whenever you're a chef and you're going somewhere, you need to learn. We all learn, and
Yes.
this guy is a great resource for sure.
By all means, and I think you can never learn too much as a chef because every day, as Chef mentioned, you learn, you travel. Traveling is definitely one of the great catalysts when it comes to learning, especially in our industry, and this is what we came together to do.
Absolutely. Well, rather than let this beautiful platter go to waste,
No,
finish it
it's
off.
not going to be wasting at all.
Jason's a showman. There's no doubt about it, and he, jumps right in, and he's a chef who doesn't mind experimenting and tasting. I got to say that the product came out beautifully. His little add-ons like the habanero pepper sauce into the bubble and sweet puree, absolutely genius. Tasted terrific, and I think he was really impressed too by the bounty of seafood and the freshness of the things that we had here. Great guy. Newfoundland was an eye-opener for him. We had a couple of chuckles about the weather and stuff, but he can see the value that we place in our food and what we do here in Newfoundland and Labrador, and it's very similar to what they do in Trinidad as well. So, couldn't have asked for a better pairing. Great guy, and again, the dish was out of this world.
I walked into the kitchen, I saw Chef Roary there, and he has all his staff there, and he's a busy guy, and what I admire about him is that even though he has his production going on in the kitchen, he's executing the show, and that's great versatility right there, and I admire him for that. I respect that, being a chef myself. And then I went to the booth and I saw all the beautiful mise en place laid out. I saw the potatoes, the fondant potatoes, I saw Brussels sprouts, I saw a beautiful cut of beef, I saw surf and turf items such as lobster, I saw scallops in there. I got immediately excited because I knew these were some of the ingredients that I was familiar with. And then he brought out items like plantain, and then I saw the pepper sauce, and I said, oh, this is where the Caribbean stuff is coming in, and he smiled at me, and he's like, we're gonna have fun today, chef. I was like, yeah, definitely. So then he taught me about something called bubble and squeak here that they do inside Newfoundland. And his integration of bringing a little bit of Caribbean flavor into it was that he used one of my favorite ingredients, which was plantain. And he told me it was not a common ingredient per se, but by bringing it into, he was actually happy by the flavor profile. And when we pureed it and we got it out and I tasted it, I was like, wow, the element of sweetness of that plantain definitely brought reminiscent flavors and experiences from back Trinidad and Tobago. So I was like, he definitely took that into consideration for when he traveled back to Trinidad and Tobago a few weeks ago and met me. So I was pretty happy to see that integration. And then all of a sudden, I see habanero pepper sauce. I was like, Roary, where did you get this from? He's like, and the great chef never releases his secrets. And I was really happy because we integrated that into the bubble and squeak, and he made this beautiful puree, and that married so well with the lobster, the beef, the scallops. And being that Newfoundland is so popular with great seafood, it was no surprise to me that he brought out all this great seafood, and the lobster was cooked perfectly, seared scallops, and of course surf and turf definitely has that component of beef inside it, perfect sear on it. And his plating skills were impeccable. For the executive chef of the Sheraton, I was not disappointed. There was a point in time where he surprised me and he brought the plate out and he just took this puree and he took the spoon and he went, plow! And all of a sudden the puree just went so eclectic on the plate, and I was like, wow, this guy has a wild side just like me. Sometimes you'll see Chef Roary a little quiet, a little passive sometimes, but believe me, he comes alive in the kitchen, and definitely admire that about him. When we were finished with that dish, the color was beautiful. It was just visually arresting, and that's so important, especially for any chef, whether you travel to Newfoundland, whether it be Brazil, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago, we gotta have those principles to lure people in attraction. Definitely, I was happy today to come and see Chef Roary and be here.
As you can see, Chef Jason didn't disappoint. Adding that habanero pepper sauce to the bubble and squeak puree with the plantains, genius. I'd like to thank him for his time. I'd like to thank you for joining us today on Chef Roary's International Restaurant Showcase, and we'll see you next time.